Man, I am pretty sure that I just found one of the best deals on Amazon for the fitness enthusiast. You are not going to believe it. In this video today, I'm going to do a review on the ski erg that I just purchased on Amazon. I decided that I wanted to get a ski erg to add to my home gym. If you've watched some of my videos, you've seen that I do have a home gym and a decent amount of equipment for the small space that I have. I've got a treadmill, I've got a rower, and I've got a assault bike for cardio equipment. I've got, of course, other equipment for lifting as well. But that's my equipment that I have for cardio. And I wanted to add a ski erg to the mix. When you row, you do a lot of hip extension, and and then I bike and I run, and I wanted a different type of cardio that I could use to get some hip flexion and just something a little bit different to add into the mix, especially doing EMOMs or different intervals and mixing things up and doing mixed work. Now, for me, when I went to look for a ski erg, I originally just figured that I was going to have to buy a Concept 2 ski erg. And if you buy a Concept 2 with the stand brand new, I think you're looking at somewhere around $1,200 for a Concept 2 ski erg with the stand. Without the stand, you might be looking at $800 or $900 or something around there. So when I went on this journey of looking for a ski erg, I accidentally stumbled across a ski erg that looked just like the Concept 2, except it was $299 with the stand. Okay, so $299 with the stand compared to $1,200, $1,200 or $1,300 with the stand. So saving almost $1,900 to $1,000. Now, for me, I am no longer in the competitive CrossFit space, so I didn't really care that much about having a Concept 2 ski erg. And to be honest with you, even if I was in the competitive space, if I was not following some kind of group programming, I really wouldn't probably be too concerned anyway, unless I was going to use that ski erg in an actual online competition that I was going to videotape, right? And if I was going to use that ski erg in an online competition, it would need to be a Concept 2 ski erg. But for me, I can always go to a gym and use a Concept 2 ski erg if I can, or if I need to. If I ever decide to get back into competitive CrossFit, I can use it. But you wouldn't want to use, if you're going to follow along with group programming, like group CrossFit programming, like Training Think Tank, and you're going to be competitive on the leaderboard, and you're going to be using a ski erg against other people, you're going to want a Concept 2. You're probably not going to want to steer away from the Concept 2. But for me, I just wanted something to do the ski movement. And when I looked at this ski erg for $299 on Amazon, it looked just like a Concept 2. There was only a couple things different. You could tell the monitor on the screen was different. And maybe even, I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly how the material of the ropes on the Concept 2 ski erg, I can't remember exactly what they're like. If they're more like a wire or more like a rope. I mean, they got to be pretty bendable. So I imagine even if they are kind of wiry, they're still pretty flexible like a rope. But this ski erg, they're definitely more like a rope for sure. But man, it looked just like Concept 2. Everything about it seemed to be just like Concept 2. Has a damper, everything. So I took the risk. I read the reviews. I read in detail the description to make sure that I wasn't buying, I made sure it had the stand. I made sure it was going to have the console and everything. I was making sure, am I just buying, what am I getting for this price? Am I just buying a console or what? So I ordered it. And it came today. It showed up today, and I was super excited to open the box and see what was up. And it was packaged well, shipped well, nothing damaged, everything in the box. Open it up, put it together in about 15 minutes. Super easy to assemble, even though there's some instructions, but they're not really good instructions, but you don't really need them. So it's pretty easy to put together. And I am so far very satisfied with what I put together. I've spent a decent amount of time on a Concept 2 skier in CrossFit gyms in the past. So I know how the skier feels. Now, I will give the disclaimer, I have not been on a skier in a gym in probably about 2 years. So, I don't have I haven't been on one in 2 years. But that being said, everything about the thing looks like a Concept 2, except for the handles are black and the console is different. Now, that's going to be a point that we're going to look at for sure because the console is different. But everything else looks great. It came with the stand. It came with the console. Everything did not come with batteries. You got to put 4 AA batteries in it. So if you order it, but I ordered it on September 18th, and today it's I think I ordered it on September 18th, and then today is September 23rd, and it's here. So it didn't take long to ship at all. Very, very happy with that. So let's dive into the console, because the console is the main difference that I find compared to the Concept 2 skier. And when I actually as I videotaped the console turning and the calories turning, I realized that the calories turn over substantially faster than I remember the Concept 2's calories turning over, which I suspected that the calibration would not match a Concept 2. I'm not sure if you can go in the settings and change the calibration. It's very possible that you can. I have not dug into that. I'm having trouble navigating the screen in general, so I'm really going to need to look at the instructions. To me, the screen is not as easy to navigate as a Concept 2. My Concept 2 rower, super easy to navigate it. So, I mean, the Concept 2 console to me is definitely superior in the way you can change the settings, the way you can watch the wattage on a meter, all that. To me, a Concept 2 is definitely superior, but you have to weigh out the options. Do you care about all these options and features that are on a Concept 2 screen? And are you willing to pay $900 to $1,000 more for it? Or even if you get a used Concept 2, you're going to find it for about $700. So you're going to still pay $400 more than what I paid for this thing in order to get a used Concept 2. Are you willing to pay more money to get that Concept 2? Or are you simply okay with just skiing and having a measurement? So for me, I'm not super worried about having a Concept 2. And to me, even if it measures calories and distance faster, I don't really care if it measures it faster than Concept 2, because I'm not comparing myself to Concept 2. I'm not comparing myself to Concept 2 users. Whatever my intervals are, if in 30 seconds I can do 40 calories on this thing, which you would never do, or I would never do consistently on a Concept 2, or probably ever on a Concept 2. If I do it on this, that's just going to be a standard of measurement. So I'm just going to use that standard of measurement going forward for all of my intervals, for all of my training going forward on this particular ski erg. So to me, it doesn't have to be calibrated just like a Concept 2. That doesn't really matter, as long as, it's just like having a scale that's off. If you have a scale and let's say I'm 206 pounds and I buy a scale and the scale says that I'm 200 and I'm trying to lose weight, well, all it really matters to me is that number on the scale is going down. It's just a unit of measurement. Unless I am trying to compete in a weight class sport and I need to know my actual legitimate weight, it doesn't really matter. As long, same thing with like body fat measurement. If I don't have an accurate body fat measuring device, well, it doesn't really matter that it's super, super accurate. What matters is that I use the same measurement and the same device every single time so that I can watch the measurement go down. Does that make sense? So anyways, so I've only just got the skier today, just got it set up today, just used it today for the first time. I will say I think the damper on 10 seems a little bit weaker than I remember a 10 damper feeling like on a Concept 2. That could be just because I'm substantially heavier than I was 2 years ago. I've gained probably 15 pounds since then or something like that. And I've been focusing mostly on strength work, and maybe I'm just a little bit, my lats are probably substantially stronger in that pulling than they were at that time. So maybe that has a little something to do with it. I did just do some lifting, so maybe, I had some post-activation potentiation. I was kind of, my muscles and everything were firing, so I was kind of woke up and ready to go. But I will say the damper felt like it was not, the resistance was a little bit lighter on a damper setting of 10 than it is on the Concept 2. Outside of that, everything was fantastic. Everything works great. For me, this thing is a 10 out of 10. I recommend for the price. I think it's one of the best deals on Amazon. If you want to buy this ski erg, I do have a link in the description. So use that link to purchase this ski erg. And I think, golly, I mean, I was stunned to see it, the price on Amazon. I knew it had to be fake. I knew it had to be a fraud. I was like, but Amazon has a great return policy, so I knew that I could return this thing if I needed to. So I was willing to take the dive because I wanted to make this YouTube video. I wanted to post it because I knew if it was this good of a deal, I wanted to get it out there so that way everybody that finds this video could watch the video, get this review, realize that it is a legitimate ski erg. It does come with everything. It is legit. So if you're looking for a ski erg and you're not worried about getting a Concept 2, this is absolutely a must buy. That is all for now. If I do come across any more findings, I will make sure to upload a new video about the ski erg if anything breaks on it or I come across anything else, any other downfalls or upsides to the ski erg. Thank you really so much for watching. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, and we will see you on the next video.